Hi there, I'm Amanda Cromhoe from Truth. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We interview world experts in loyalty blindly. We're hoping to create insight, spontaneity, and a lot of fun through the challenge. The challenge is about promoting the blind loyalty trust, and my book called Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. All profits from the book go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So welcome, Tom. Everybody, we have Tom Kirk. He's the Global Loyalty Director at Adidas. And Tom, you're up for the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Yes, no, thanks very much, Amanda. Really delighted to be here today.
Great. Well, we know you're coming off the back of paternity leave, so we're really excited on no sleep. How are you going to cope today? So let's give it a go.
First, yeah.
First public appearance.
Exactly. It probably looks like it as well.
No, not at all. Nothing that a bit of editing can't help with. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Adidas is mentioned several times in Blind Loyalty, such a phenomenal brand. So what do you think is the most exciting thing Adidas has done in the loyalty space?
Oh, good question. I think with that, I'd split it into twofold. We've got recent enhancements within the program that we're particularly proud of. But what I'll mention first is a long-term part of the program that we've had since its inception is that ability to earn points through sweat. So what we call sweat equity. So within the program, of course, you can earn points through your kind of standard means that you'd expect from a loyalty program, through purchasing, through writing reviews, engagement content on social media. But through our training apps, we've also got the way that you can earn points through training runs, through gym workouts, through walking, through litter picking. So it's very indicative, I guess, as to what the brand stands for, but then also very member focused in terms of really being able to issue points in a way that's meaningful for them. So that's the long-term aspect that we're particularly proud of. Over the last, 12 to 18 months, we've also enabled redemption. So these points that you could earn would previously unlock levels and you get different benefits. But what we also now have within the program is that you can actually spend those points on rewards that are actually relevant to your buying habits. So that's something else that we've added in the last 18 months that we're also very proud of.
Beautiful. I love that. The sweat equity. I love that. Great. So question number 2, and you have a beautiful young son called Alfie.
Yeah.
So as a new young parent, what do you think loyalty programs must do to help you?
Oh, very, very, very good question. I think in order to help you, loyalty is a very interesting world in terms of, for us as loyalty practices, we think that it's the most important thing in the world and we get completely obsessed and think, do you know, Addy Club is the best thing since sliced bread type thing. Whereas actually we forget as to kind of really the role that we play within someone's general life. So if I was looking at my son in terms of like as he gets older and how a loyalty program should fit into their world, is it's really looking at those relevant moments that we're really speaking to people in the right way, the relevant offerings that we're actually giving those users. We have had fantastic results in terms of like broad offerings that we've given in a loyalty point of view, in terms of like access to World Cup final tickets and like these big bang hero type moments. But stuff that we're really proud of is when we're looking at what type of offerings we can do on more of a localized level and being really relevant for specific markets. So really the nut that we're trying to crack at the moment is how can we be have that like global view as to how the program should evolve, but really looking at our more like individual markets as to how we can really create a relevant offering for that area as well. So that's really important for us at the moment as to how we have that global strategy, but really looking at that in market relevancies at the same time.
In fact, I was on a call just before this recording talking about exactly that for a brand that's global and but needing that absolute relevance at market level, not a blanket all fits all kind of solution.
Completely, and
Yeah.
it's also, I mean, it's giving our market teams the empowerment as well to really be able to. I sit within, I guess, the global department for our loyalty program, where we set that kind of overarching strategy, but we also need to give our market teams the flexibility to create what's relevant for them. So it's really looking at we want to empower our members through redemption, but it's also empowering our colleagues to create stuff that's really relevant within the market that they work in.
Yeah, wonderful. Great. Great to hear a brand actually do it and give in execution rather than just talk about it. So you've worked for two brands that are more skewed toward a younger generation, Addy and Nat, before that Lego. So I know from our research and the work we do that youth are much harder to persuade and to engage with through loyalty programs. So which brands other than other than Adidas and Lego do you think have managed to get this right? Either outside of the apparel space or how did they, or what are they doing to get this right?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I mean, in terms of what other brands are doing to get right, we tend to, when we look at other brands and what they're doing, we're not just looking at competitors that are within our market space. So we're not just looking at those programs that our senior leadership teams say, do you know what, I'm a member of this program and I'm gold status, we've got to mimic what they do. Really what we do is look across the board globally at programs of all sizes, because actually some of the most innovative loyalty enhancements that we're seeing when we look at other brands are coming from those brands that are perhaps, to put it bluntly, less well known.
Yeah.
So really, that's what we try and do, is to not just look at those big bang stuff that's happening in market, but really looking at a smaller level to really see who's driving that type of innovation. What we also do is we look across industries as well. So it's not just looking at like from a cold hard loyalty point of view, but also looking at you think some of the latest stuff coming from the Web3 world, as to how loyalty is driven from that point of view, really looking at these community building aspects, as to what type of inspiration we can take from there. So we look at many different brands, different sizes, different industries, and really try and extract what we think is relevant for us within that space. So I know it's a little bit of a weak answer in terms of looking across the board, but really that's what we try and do throughout our work
Yeah.
efforts.
Yeah, but you're right. So often it's a senior leader in the organization who says, I love this brand, let's copy them. And you're like, maybe not. Let us do a bit more research.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you. Even on absolutely no sleep, you answered the challenge absolutely beautifully. So who would you like to tag for me to take up in the challenge next?
I would like to tag he was a great colleague, a great friend, Jason Whiting, who works at Lego. So Jason is the global loyalty director at Lego. He's been there for many years and led many great initiatives there. So I'll tag Jason.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to meeting Jason. Tom, thank you ever so much.
Thanks, Amanda. Have a great day.